Well, here we are. Welcome to Operation Catlike Tread. This is Davin Belkri's mission to take us from Jader Air Base in Albania, Graf Ignatrevo in Bulgaria, transit across to an assembly point where we will form up and disperse to a variety of missions, which takes us to Constanta. In Constanta, we have this nice little port which has two Rome arm supercomputing barges that, if we do not complete the mission, will transit through here into the Danube Black Sea Canal and go to a protected area where we can't get to them. We have the Carol Dormans, including Captain Heavy Messing, Captain Space Case, and Day Schelt. Further out from that, we have Commodore Grey Hunter's Tokyo Bay Fortress doing whatever it is that it does in that thing. Bobbing about, listening, being very Grey Hunter-ish. Let's see, what else do we have of interest? At Hired Goons HQ, we have a wide variety of aircraft, all fueled up and ready to go. Not everything is going on the mission. We have our F-15C ACAPs. This will be their inaugural mission. They are loaded up with some Sparrows, some Sidewinders, and we have a pair of them with GBU-15s. A little bit closer at Graf Ignatrevo, we have a BR-1150 with Whale Psychosocial in Peanut. We have a pair of MiG-27Ks, Power Thighs and Tourist, Maverick and a VC-10, Big Pig and his Strato tanker, I Spy, Roamer, Loudmouth, and Sky Eye in the S-100 Bravo Argus. We have Wanderer in his Reaper, a whole lot of MiGs that are not going on this mission. But we're going to get into it here. For the moment, I have got the Carol Dormans are going to make their way here, and they should get there right around the time that they're supposed to. Oh, of course, we have a Uber Ale tonight. This wouldn't be proper without a beer. I apologize if there's noise in the background. It is cold as hell here, so I have heaters running because the room that I'm in has one little itsy bitsy heater vent next to me. So if you hear anything, that is some electric heaters keeping me from turning into an icicle, since one of you bastards stole my hat. All right, let me look. We got a few flight restrictions. Our Carol Dormans, radar on. The S-100 Bravo, radar on. The Atlantique, radar on. And the Eagles. Everything else is radar off until firing goes. Everything remains above 15,000 feet. We do not fly past the red line. The red line is a point of contention. The AI somehow likes to dance with the red line. So I did everything I could to try to keep things exactly where they're supposed to be. However, when things start going engaged offensive or engaged defensive, things get a little funky. So if you see somebody all of a sudden decide to path around it and fly over the 50 or 60 grizzlies or books that are over here, well, shit happens. We are not to blow up any Romanian assets. We have some iron ore piers, some gas tanks, a whole bunch of them, canal locks. Let's see, takeoff time 1 hour before dawn. Local time right now is 5:25. Once our birds get in the air, I have to change a little bit. I can't set weapon release until there are birds assigned to a mission. So until they're assigned to a mission, I can't do it. So once they're there, we'll get them all signed up, and you'll see I'll have a little pop-up for that. But let me take a look here. Make sure my MCON is looking good. All right, I think we're ready to go. So get that clock ticking. A lot of stuff going on here. We got a skunk picked up by Space Case. That is going to be a commercial supply vessel, 2,900 tons. Looks like somebody moving through the area. We'll bump it up in a second. Texting my wife. All right, let's see here. I'm going to take the time compression up till we get some birds in the air. I would expect we're going to start getting a whole lot of bumps just from all the shipping traffic that we have in the Black Sea. I didn't model all of it. If you've never gone to the marine traffic website to see it all, the Black Sea is almost as crowded as the North Sea. Not quite as bad, but there's a lot of stuff moving around. And if we're not going to be shooting at most of it, I didn't see any real reason to shit up the place. Carol Doorman's moving at 18 knots. They can move faster, but this happens to be a nice time to get there. And we're kind of simulating that there's tugs with them as well. I did have tugs, but I thought, well, no real reason to have them. And one problem is the boats kept getting shot. So this way, trust me, if anything gets shot, it's just the Doormans, and it'll kind of be game over at that. All right, we got our first Grippins in the air. Ghost Sight and Lancer and Ventura and Lunatic. Right behind them, we have Greenhorn and Handlebar and Mazda and Blue Tick. At the moment, everybody, yeah, there are plenty of you that would shoot at everything you see. We have Mobius and Septim Ultimo. And we should have some more birds in a moment. All right, we have Back and Fungus and Pegasus and Rocket. Gives us a total of 7. Joss 39F Grippins. We will have more of our aircraft launching in a moment. Windmill, crowd favorite. We have Maximum Fuck and a Kafir C10 rocking a pair of Spice. And at the same time, we have Windmill in the EA6 Bravo Prowler. Our ace in the hole right there. Yes, Michael is in a plane. We have Hellfire Hawaiian Pizza and Coffee and Fish Sandwich. They are going to be running one of our suppression missions, running alarms. And not far behind that, we have Domai and Otter and Mojangle and Swam. Now we got a time, so once all these guys kind of get around Graf Ignacio, then all the planes are going to launch from there. Ooh. All right, next up we have Phantom and Wedgecree and Dandy and Buzzkill. Phantom and Wedgecree running 9 Brimstones. Lamora and God also running 9 Brimstones. Ground Beef and Murphy in our F-117C Nighthawks, hypothetical British Nighthawks. Behind them we have Eidolon and Mudmover, Thunderlips and Slam Jam in our F-15s. Running GBU-15. Ooh, look at that bomb. What's this guy weigh? Looks like 2,000 pounds of entertainment. We have Fuzzball and Harris running Sidewinders. Bandit and Survivor. McGibby and Hateball. White Glove, sponsored by Vitamin Water, and Aster and Illustrious Shen. I Spy and Roamer is I Spy, Roamer, Loudmouth, and Sky Eye are in the air. As you can see, we have the yellow donut that is growing. That is the radar. No, that is the surface sensors, and the white line on the outside is the radar. Yeah, merge symbols. Yep. Was Blue gonna yell at me and say everything looks messy? Oh, okay. Oh, sunliner. Okay, just ignore that. Seems I forgot to turn one of my debug messages off. Yeah, them GBU 15s are just gonna smoke anything. Alright, I Spy gaining altitude. Our cone of happiness will get a little bit bigger here. I Spy and Roamer and crew are pretty slow, which is why they are getting up ahead of this. I don't want to get anybody too far ahead, because then bad things can happen. Let's see if I missed anybody at the end. We have Snake Shit and Johnny 5, Aster and Illustrious Shen. Yeah. White Glove, and of course sponsored by Vitamin Water. I believe Sparkmaster readying. Yeah, we got Grippin' in reserve. Meat is sitting this one out. Yep, it's everybody. If you see multiples, it's just because I didn't delete them yet. Yeah, this I don't mind the cold weather. I mean, it's not anything too unusual for where I live. It's just cold. Since I live in the frigid wasteland, further north than the Green Bay Packers play. Yeah, we've had some weird strings on our ammo, and I've seen it in other scenarios as well, so I don't think it's all that unusual, and I guess you just kind of expect things to blow up when they should blow up, but sometimes they don't. I don't know. I'm not too bothered by it. All right, we're going to take up time compression a little bit here until we start getting some stuff, so things are going to zoom. Oh, and we have our message from Diamond Team 5. It says, Oksana and Yolanda crashed through the gates of the Ohio Kogolnisiano Airport and crash a semi-truck of Schmo's beer onto the runway. Flights are delayed while crews rush slowly to clear the wreckage. Just to remind everybody, there is a range of things that could have happened here. There is a random number generator that picks 5 things, 1 for each of the Diamond Team 5 members, and there's 1 good thing that can happen and 1 bad thing. Today we got lucky, we got a good thing. Hard to argue with that. That is the closer of the 2 airfields, Mihail Kogolnisiano. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, and I'm sure there is some Romanian goon that's going to curse me later. That's okay. All right, we've got a bogey detected by Commodore Grey Hunter's Tokyo Bay Fortress. Ooh, what do we have here? We have a pair of bogeys. Contact report says we've got Su-27 flanker Bravos. Interesting. Just near Sevastopol. We'll take down the compression a little bit. That little thing isn't the only random thing that can happen, just so I can keep everything interesting. All right, we definitely have flankers. Pair of them. Looks like they are radar hot. Somewhere probably out of Krasnodar Air Base. Commodore Grey Hunter is going to chill out. We are just going to start getting some surface sensor data out of I Spy, Roamer, Loudmouth, and Sky Eye. Gaining altitude. All right, we've got a new skunk. Looks to be 20 knots, heading north-northeast. We don't know what it is just yet. Not getting much on these Russians. We know they're there. Okay, we have another skunk. 20 knots heading north-northwest. Over this way somewhere. If this was a skewed, I have a feeling it already would have fired. All right, we have a fixed contact. Looks like an FPS 117 radar, Romanian Air Force. Which is on the list of things we're not supposed to blow up. Okay. Another skunk. This one's close, 9 knots. Quite likely not the skewed. Yeah, commercial supply, skunk, skunk, skunk. 3 unknown contacts. We've got a pair of Russians. We've got some radar. Whole line of planes coming in. I don't think this is looking too bad. All right, we have a new mobile picked up. Let's see if we have a contact report on that. Skyguard radar. We've got AAA, 35mm twin Orlicons. We can live with that. Okay. More AAAs. ESU 23-4. More AAA, 35mm Orlicons. We got a little bit of AAA to worry about. Let's see. Anything else of interest? No. Just going to keep on rocking. Another skunk. This one is due north of the operating area. We got a ship heading into Constanta. We got a skunk 11 knots heading away. I think once some of our birds get further, a little closer, we'll get a better ID. We'll also have the Atlantique should be in the air any moment. That's got a pretty good detection suite on it as well. Not to mention we're going to have our tornadoes with the Damocles pod. That's going to do a lot as well. Carol Dormans are going in. Active radar. I have the sonar turned off. We don't have any subs to worry about. As we don't have cap coverage, I don't have their choppers up in the air. Okay, Big Pig, Stratotanker, one of our fuelers, is in the air with Maverick shortly behind. And looks like I Spy is up 280 knots, 30,000 feet. Ghost Sight and Lancer is going to be leading off. All right, we have Big Pig and Maverick. They are part of Mission Sherry. Right, we have a new mobile. Let's see if we have a contact report, another AAA battery. We have a couple of new. We're going to have the Sullivan mission, which I believe is going to be, yep, Sullivan is our BR 1150 Atlantique with the exosets, which are some really, really cool missiles. I don't want to lose track of everything here, so I don't want to go too fast. Bump it up for a second. Okay, we'll take it back down. What do we got? We have Power Thighs, MiG-27. Whale, Psychosocial, and Peanut, BR-1150 with a pair of exosets. Tourist in the MiG-27 with the AS-14 Kedge, which is a monster of a missile. 250 kilograms of explosives. Behind that, we have Wanderer, our single Reaper that we're using for this mission, running 4 Brimstones, the Zoo Killers, and Paveways. Quite a line of aircraft. We still don't have any idea on most of these skunks, judging by position. Let's see, where are these flankers? On an intercept, maybe? Let's see what they do. Yes, the zoo did have it coming. One of them third world zoos with the angry gorillas. New contact, bogey. What do we got? We've got another bogey coming out of Russian land. We got 25,000 feet, 340 knots. Another bogey. Got a pair of bogeys coming out of the Russian land. Intermittent contacts. We've got a new skunk way up north. Let us see. We got a lot of shipping traffic. Oh, the flankers turned around. Somewhere near Sevastopol. All right. Whatever. The other 2 bogeys are hanging out. Also moving in as well. My cat came to say hello, so if you hear something meowing, it's my cat. Hello, kitty. Yeah. Yeah, she's just making sure everything's going all right. Yes, thank you, Copper. Oh, we've got a NOTAM that came in. The Russian 167th Electronic Warfare Group will be performing training near Sevastopol on February 22nd. Oh, that kind of happens to be right now from the Russian Defense Ministry. Huh. Well, I guess that explains the presence of these Russians. Well, we got some flankers. Yeah, it is the Catlike tread cab. Another fixed site. Looks like a flat face radar. Bogies coming in, all bogey-like. Yeah, that is a pretty cool looking conga line. Clear up my log so you guys can actually see it. Hopefully we'll get into visual range here and we'll get an idea of what some of this stuff is. The Atlantique is engaged offensive at the moment, as it will do because we have unknown contacts. So it's going to lose altitude, gain speed as fast as it can for being a trash can with wings, fly nap of the Earth, and try to get a good look. Yeah, I think the Russians are probably seeing a good opportunity to kind of poop on our Cheerios. Okay. We are going to take the time up just for a second. Okay, what do we have? New fixed. Way up north, another radar. Whale Psychosocial is going to be losing a little bit just because of the altitude. We've got some of our Grippins, all of our Grippins turning around for gas because they have teeny tiny gas tanks. Luckily we have fuelers going up, otherwise it'd be game over for them. Okay. I Spy Roamer is leading the way, but we are going to have Maximum Fuck coming in with coffee and fish sandwich shortly behind. Everybody is making for the assembly point. I made it a runway track for the fuelers, otherwise things don't like to fuel in circles. If they have nice lines, they can bounce back and forth. Still have our bogies coming in. It looks like our flankers are running back and forth around Sevastopol. Some of our skunks are still unknown skunks, but I don't know if we have anything. Oh, what? We've got things getting jammed. Our Doormans are jammed. I Spy is jammed. Oh, we've got a jammer. Let's see, what do we got? We either have a MiG-25 Foxbat or an IL-22 PP, Papa. See if still no classification. We just know it's one of the two. Okay. I will definitely do that Surreal Barrel. Speaking of frigates, we will zoom in. Okay, we're going to do Skunk. Skunk is northwest of Sevastopol. Doing 22 knots. Vectoring in that way. So we've got some potentials. We'll have to keep an eye on all this. All right, we've got a commercial ferry, which matches with the traffic. Surprised we have such a good fix with the jammers going on, but hey, I'll live with that. Whale Psychosocial is checking out the skunk down south. Got a few unknown vessels. I don't think things are looking too terribly bad. Another skunk under near Sevastopol. 9 knots. Like clown speed. 9 knots. That way. All right. Let us see. Still got some unknown skunks. I'm not too worried about that. I'll take a time compression a bit. Okay, we got commercial ferry. He's been identified. New skunk. What do we have here? We've got emissions. Hey, we have got our Skjold. TRS 520X, MRR 3D radar, Saros 200 tracker. That is our man. Somewhere, hey, surprise, surprise, somewhere near the jammers. We will get Whale and Psychosocial tasked on that. We've got a fishing boat for one of the other ones. Yes, this is the big party boat right here. As it stands, it is it's closer to Sevastopol. Looks like having the jammers directly overhead are helping them out. Till we get things closer with the visual pod, we're going to have a hard time. Luckily, the boat only goes so fast. But it's a pretty fast boat. All right. So, to recap, we have got 2 Russian jammers operating on a training exercise right above a Skjold. Oh, Looks like Grumio suffered a failure in his mount unit. That is one of our 3D printed plane failures. I don't know if Grumio is in the air at the moment. What is Grumio flying? Oh, Grumio, MiG-21. Nope. It suffered a failure on the ground. Lucky for us. Now, these same failures happen to the OPFOR as well. That's the downside of using these 3D printed planes. Oh, okay. We, an IL-22PP Porobshik. Oh, 86th Air Base. We have got a bogey in the air. All right, we are not quite to our assembly point. Yeah. No, we haven't lost anything yet. All right, let me look at my... Yeah, I have to read through the summary of the plan. Take off, launch from Gator. All right, well, I'm going to assign our cap right now. Otherwise, we are going to have some problems. If I had to guess, we have finally reached the point where our unfriendly friends to the north are going to take an unliking to us. So I am going to take our Eagles, except for Thunderlips and Slam Jam and White Glove, and sponsored by Vitamin Water. Unassign them. And all of our Rippins have been unassigned as well. And we have a Frederick group, including our fine friends here. We are going to go to weapon release authorization. We have 1 round. 1 round. Sparrows. Sidewinder is 1 round. Irises is 1. And a single round from 1 unit on the meteors. So this is going to take us weapons active, and all of our units are probably going to go about due north. All right, we're going to slow down time, and there we go. We've got a multi-roll coming in, gaining altitude 340 knots. I take that back, 2,000 feet. We have Fuzzball, Hateball, White Glove, a whole bunch of planes headed north. MiG-29 Fulcrum. It is a ROM arm unit. Now what we expected, another set of bogeys going up. This is going to be interesting. Not quite in range. Let's see, more MiG-29s. How many does this give us? This gives us a pair of birds up in the air. All right, so we've got our skilled coming in. We've got more bogeys. They are gaining altitude, gaining speed. Another multi-roll. 11,000 feet, 690 knots in caning. Let's see, down south we have 1 unknown skunk. Another MiG-29 Fulcrum. This now gives us 4 MiGs in the air. It looks like our Eagles... Hold on, I have to go radar hot on my Eagles because I have them piggybacked with the Grippins to save myself some clicking. I have to do it here. As soon as we have weapons hot, everyone across the board will be going active, but not yet. All right, we have another MiG-29. It gives us 4 MiG-29s in the air at the moment. Oh, we have meteors moving. Ooh, Ventura and Lunatic. We have a pair of meteors. First meteors in the air. $1.6 million each. We have new bogies as well. This is an attack aircraft. This is something new. Okay, let us look around here and make sure I'm not losing track of anything. Skilled is still bearing down. Whale, Psychosocial, and Peanut are going painfully slow. Wow, I sped up to 260 knots. Wow. All right, this is a MiG-27. MiG-27 Flogger. Hey, I recognize that. We have more meteors. 2 more meteors in the air. Yeah, I actually do think this is the first one as well. Normally, everybody stays quiet except for a couple of units, but as soon as we get missiles hot, oh, and we've got more meteors moving. We will see how well these MiG-29s can dance. The little one next to all of our contacts tells us we have a single missile assigned. Meteors are closing. Oh, it looks like they know they're getting shot at. Another bogey coming out. Oh, meteor has gone active. Second meteor active. What do we got here? Oh, mobile. Picked up a radar somewhere. We'll zoom back in on our meteors at max range. And, oh, we've got a MiG-21, or MiG-29 Fulcrum is down. Taken out by a meteor. Second meteor going in. And it is down as well. Interesting, we see it jammed right at the last moment. We've got another bogey. We've got a pair of floggers coming up. We have got meteors inbound. The Doormans in the tug are making good time. Looks like a radar over in Russia is what we picked up. The next 2 meteors. Again, we have another flogger. 3 floggers in the air. And missed. At some point, we are likely to get some shots out. I think our meteors are actually getting fired. And because we only have 1 unit firing, these are not. Yeah, so you can see we've got a meteor inbound for the fulcrums. Nice line of floggers going up, though. Let's see how well these things can dance. Meteor is inbound. Flogger is... It missed. Eidolon, Mud Mover, Bandit Survivor. For whatever, at the moment, it's favoring all of our meteors firing first. Doormans are still making good time. We get a lot of birds flying here. What we got? Meteor going in on a flogger. We've got another bogey coming up. And we took out a MiG-27. We have a MiG-29 about to eat one as well. And it is down. It leaves us a single meteor going in for a flogger. Another one going up for a flogger. we got a whole line of MiG-27s. And, oh, that one is down as well. Now, our other planes are reaching the assembly point. You are going to see these will all disperse when the proper time comes, whatever time I set that at. Meteor going in on the floggers. We've got 4 floggers in the air. The lead flogger is dangerously close to weapons release range on our Carol Doormans. We have got another bogey. Another multi-roll. Oh, this lead flogger is doing some dancing. He is gaining altitude. He may actually get some shots off. Okay, let's see if we can get Bandit and Survivor to get a missile in the air here. But I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have to do a manual fire. I kind of always hate to do it. And we are gonna we'll get 1 aim Sparrow. Is away. Another bogey. Okay, let's see what we can do here. This Sparrow is not the most graceful of missiles, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Yeah, I don't know if we hit the zoo last time under manual or if that was automatic. Right, we've got an AIM-7M Sparrow 3 going in on the MiG-27. All right, we've got a MiG-27 down. This MiG, new bogey. We're doing pretty good. It looks like this guy is engaged defensive. He has both a Meteor and a Sparrow going in. Let's see how that Sparrow can do. You can see our line saying it has target control. And, oh, we got a kill with the Sparrow. Not bad. So we've got MiG-29, MiG-27. It looks like we've got the close air support, or the fighters going back up. At the moment, we have Fuzzball and Harris. Eidolon and Mudmover leading the way. Meteors are meteoring their way north. Going in, and another MiG-29 down. We should be seeing Mission Hot here any moment. I don't remember exactly what time. But once everything was on farm-up point, then I was in Ascended Out. But of course, hostiles detected us a little bit early. More bogeys coming up. Meteor. Ooh, put you back where you were. Meteor going in. MiG-27. And that's a kill. At the moment, we have 2 MiG-29s and a MiG-27, which gives us 1, 2, 3 meteors in the air. Ventura and Lunatic return to base. He is out of meteors. Wanderer is wandering slowly. We'll try to crank that up. Same thing with Whale, Psychosocial, and Peanut. Slowly. 260 knots. We'll get to the Skjold in about a month. All right, let's zoom back in. We've got 3 meteors in the air for 2 planes. Looks like we have 1 meteor retasking, which is pretty cool. Oh, perfect, new bogey. Oh, and that MiG-29 is down. That gives us 1 meteor going in on a MiG-27. I don't know if this one will be able to retask. And we got MiG-27 down. I don't know. This guy is running blind. I don't know if he's got the juice. Wow. We've got one meteor. This guy is going to be just out doing its thing. Looks like another MiG-27. That's attack. So we got a fulcrum. Yes, MiG-27. All right. All of our missions have gone hot. We have already defined weapon release authorization. Skjold. Skjold. I'm not even going to try. It's Norwegian. Chold? Really? Okay. I'll work with that. I think this man knows. I'll trust him. All right. Let's see. We've got meteors inbound. Still more bogeys coming up. Let's zoom. Whoa! We got bogeys to the south. One sec. Let us see. We are jammed. All right. Whale, Psychosocial, and Peanut is moving in. We have Russian jammers sitting right above our Chold. We have got a line of aircraft that is about to be tasked. We have Domai and Otter going in with alarms. Mojangle and Swam with brimstones. Lamora and God with brimstones. Tourist is hanging on the assembly point as needed. Hellfire Hawaiian Pizza. Coffee and Fish Sandwich. Let's see. Dandy and Buzzkill with alarms. Phantom and Wedge Cree with brimstones. Got our F-117s are hanging out. We have Thunderlips and Slam Jam engaged offensive with our 2,000-pound bombs. And White Glove and sponsored by Vitamin Water is engaged offensive on the Chold. All right. Let's go see what's moving down south. Right now, up close, we have got Bandit and Survivor, Snake Shit and Johnny 5 jammed. A few of our other birds are not jammed, so it looks like we're getting some intermittent jamming. We got a pretty good fix on the AAA right around the city. I don't think we're going to have a problem knocking that out. We've got some floggers and some fulcrums coming up. Missiles inbound. All right, further south, lead bogey contact report is saying nothing. Next bogey, whoa, that thing is moving 1,150 knots. Nothing. So the lead unit 1,350, the one behind it 1,150, and the final one, that's unusual, 480 knots. This is an RF-8G Crusader. I don't even know where you'd find something like that. Wherever they are going due west. We're going to ignore them at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we got 1,350, 1,150, and 480 knots. All right, well, we're going to go back up to the main game. We'll come back to that here. We've got first meteor heading in. And it looks like the MiG-29 knows it's coming. Probably can't do anything about it. I don't believe they've gotten any shots. Another new contact. And that MiG-29 is down. Looks like Greenhorn and Handlebar is doing all of the shooting at the moment. Big Pig is heading to the pig pen. And nobody has got another bogey coming. All right, we have Burglar in the air. That is the first of our... Okay, now we have some ID on some of these. We have a commercial supply. We got a fishing boat. We're going to start getting some ID now that we got that in. Hopefully, our brimstones arrive in time to knock out the SAMs. Otherwise, a few helicopters will go for a swim. Looks like attack aircraft. No surprise. We got some MiG-27s forming up. We've got 1, 2. In a moment, we'll have. Oh, there's our third meteor. All right. What do we have? Any contact reports? No. Still intermittent contact. New mobile. Somewhere way up in Russia. All right, we've got 3 hostile birds coming up from the 86th Airbase. We have got 3 meteors in flight. And we got a whole lot of our F-15s. These things have just enormous gas tanks on them. For twin-engine bird, they are quite unbelievable. All right, it looks like a billboard radar up in Russia. Not anything we have to worry about. Meteor missed. What happened? It dodged it. Let's see. Our FLIR on our little helicopter on the NH-90 picked up a aircraft, MiG-29 at Mikhail Kogalniasyani. Yeah, way up there. All right, so just to top it off, we have got, we're picking up some more birds at the airport, but they got the beer spill there. Oh, and we've got one of our MiG-29s is down. We have a pair of meteors in here. I'll take that back, MiG-27. They have the beer spill, so everybody's kind of caught up right now. So hopefully this buys us some time, and even if it doesn't, we have got a whole lot of F-15s. But we haven't seen any MiG-21s, and we know what that can do. Meteors are inbound, going hot on the MiG-27. 3, 2, 1, and it's a miss. Oh, spoofed by the chaff. Wow. Oh, and he just fires another meteor. Hey, we've got a MiG-21 is what we are seeing. Let's check our contact report. Spotted hosted units. We have 8 MiG-29s and 3 MiG-21s that we picked up from our little helicopter. Well, that could prove to be interesting, can it? Still nothing down south. We know we've got a Crusader, oddly enough. We've got 2 meteors heading to the MiG-27s. Whole lot of people going to play down here. Maverick maximum, fuck. Oh, get some gas. Those are in reserve. Oh, MiG-27 is down. We've got another meteor inbound on the last flogger. I don't think we've got any eyes on... Yeah, we don't have any eyes on that guy. Going in. Closer, closer. Does he know it's coming? Gaining speed. I don't think he even sees it. Not dropping to the floor. Nope. Oh, what happened? Missed. Clean miss. Oh, here we go. Oh, meteor coming out of the crowd. That looks like Ghost Sight and Lancer, I believe, fired that one. Yeah, they were the only Griffin in that area. Meteor going in, flogger moving in. Ew. Oh, they see it coming. He is turning to evade. Will it be enough? Meteor should be going active in a moment. Going in, going in. We're back in fungus. Down to 2 meteors. Oh! Flogger is down. Mobius and Septimultimo. Down to 1 meteor. Pegasus and Rocket. Why are you RTB? Weapon state, RPB. Alright, we might I want everybody to be going home just because somebody ran out of toys. I'm gonna have to unassign and reassign. Unassign. Reassign. Did that work? Yep. Unassign. Reassign. Yeah. That's what happens when you tick the wrong box. There we go. That's looking better. Unassign and reassign. Yeah, you're probably right. We'll run with this though. At the moment, we got a pretty hefty contact report coming out here, so I don't want to leave. Oh, and we got what is this? Alarms? Yes, we have alarms away. Hopefully, they're not doing anything crazy. I don't actually believe we've seen any hostiles get a shot off. Otherwise, I would have had to have gone radar hot across the board. Yeah, at the moment, Doc Snark, we are waiting for the Doormans to make their way into the Constanta harbor, and then the ground assault, naval marine assault, I guess you'd call it, is going to occur, where we'll have to take 30 minutes to take over the ship. And then we'll escort it on its way out. Okay, new mobile. Oh, and we got a SAM. What is the SAM going to? It looks like the SAM is getting fired on. The alarms coming in. And more SAMs. 1, 2, 3 SAMs in the air. That looks like a... See, we got a contact report, emissions, in SA6 or in SA11. Judging by the close range, I'm going to say that's an SA6. Let's see, miss. Oh, and we've got new SAMs. 1, 2, this is a fire dome. Again, close range, I'm going to say another SA6 battery. So the alarms are going in first. Miss, and miss. Oh, they are firing. All right, the alarms have detonated. First alarm went off one of our 35mm Orlicons. Until they got close, we did not have a fix on these SAMs, so our alarms are going to be going in on the AAA initially. Then we should have a round 2. And we have airburst over the ZSU 23s. Yeah, more SAMs going out. Oh, a bunch of SAMs. Skyguard is still firing. The SAMs do not appear to be very good at taking care of the alarms. where the alarms don't appear to be terribly good at taking care of the sky guards. Fire dome, and okay, the alarm did detonate. That is a malfunction. It's an SA6. So we had, looks like 2 alarms detonated over it. 1 suffered a malfunction. We have brimstones going in from Mojangle and Swam. We've got a lot of brimstones going in. Yeah. Coffee and fish sandwich return to base along with Dandy and Buzzkill. Domai and Otter as well. Let's see. Greenhorn and Handlebar with 1 meteor. I think we can afford that. Wanderer is still off in Wandererland. Whale Psychosocial will sometime in the next 20 or 30 years make his way to the hostels. In the meantime, we've got Thunderlips and Slam Jam refueling. Then they will probably get tasked to go shoot the Skeel, the Chol. There. Oh boy, look at the brimstones. Look at the brimstones. Oh, that is an amazing line of brimstone spam. These things are just going everywhere. Looks like a bunch are tasked on the SA6. Oh dear. Oh, we got a bogey. Groundmaster picked up a bogey. Likely one of the things we picked up. Contact report, no emissions. We'll come back to that. Let's see what our brimstones blow up, because they tend to like to lock on other things. So, oh yeah, we're getting some good penetration on the brimstones. Yeah, SA6 is looking pretty rough. We are getting penetration on the other SA6. Getting fairly beat up. We have brimstones going north to the North Skyguard. Yeah, that's still working on taking it out. Them Skyguards are surprisingly tough. And they are still shooting at things. Okay. Let's look down south, see if we got anything here. So we have 1 Wild Weasel. All right, you dudes. Okay, we've got this thing called a Wild Weasel. I got no emissions. I got no nothing. I've got Mach 2.35. It's a Wild Weasel. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. But we've got brimstones galore. Look at all the brimstones. 2 brimstones going up to that Skyguard. They really, okay, the book, or the SA6 is gone. It appears we don't have the kind of brimstones that like to shoot zoos. ZSU-23 is gone. SA6, Phantom and Wedge Cree is... I don't know where he's going. I better make sure that he's not going anywhere he's not supposed to. Phantom, alright, it looks like everybody's going in on the SA6. SA6 is down. Phantom and Wedge Cree is now engaged offensive again. Okay. I want to make sure this is a MiG-25 Foxbat. Wow. A Wild Weasel. Well, that's interesting. So we have a MiG-25. We had a Crusader traveling quite slow. We have something else in a radar dead zone. Further north, we've got our Chold. Let me see what we got, if we have anything ready. We have a single Griffin parked with max meteors. Beyond that, Sparkmaster will not be ready for a little while. Wherever the Foxbat's going, though, it is going due west. It is not vectored towards Jader. And it's not, no jamming. We have Ventura, pair of irises. The bisons are still at Graf Ignatievo. As soon as the Foxbat makes a turn, we'll get Ventura vectored in, and we'll get our lone Griffin scrambled. At the moment, we've got a MiG Foxbat with a mid-80s era American Crusader. We are going to zoom back in and see what's happening here. Okay, the 35mm Oerlikons are gone. We've got a pair more of the Brimstones going in on the last Oerlikon cannons. 1, 2, okay, that is gone. That is the last of them. All right, we have our Tornadoes are making their way back. All right, let's zoom out and see what we got. We still got the Russian jammers. We've got a MiG-23 Foxbat. Big. 26 meters long. All right. Still holding 36,000 feet, 1,350 knots. We've got bogey, let's see, 1,150 knots, 36,000 feet. Nothing yet. Maybe once it gets a little closer, we'll get something out of the Groundmaster. Otherwise, our ship should be pulling in any moment. Well, a few moments. Unknown, still on that bogey. Looks like our old contact dropped. Ventura and Lunatic is doing his thing. MiG is still vectoring due west. Further north, it is looking quiet. And we have Thunderlips and Slam Jam leading the way with the GBU-15s. Oh, this is a fighter. Contact report, no. All right, it's moving Mach 2. Not quite sure how we classified it as a fighter. Okay. Glindenstein picking it up. It looks like picked it up with a generic infrared camera. Glad to know that they're not screwing off eating that goat barbecue. Oh, what do we got? It's a Lightning. A Lightning F6. Wow. So we have leading the way a MiG-25 Foxbat, followed by a Lightning. We had an American Crusader. I don't know quite what to make of that. As long as they don't vector anywhere near our airbase, I'm just going to let them continue on their way. We've got bigger things to worry about up here. It does look like one is chasing the other, but there's no way he's going to catch that. Lightning is not going to catch that Foxbat. Wherever that Crusader is, it ain't catching anybody. All right. While we let's see, we've got Greenhorn and Handlebar moving in. I don't think. Oh, I don't think that. Well, we had a good fix on a Crusader, so there's a Crusader somewhere in the radar shadow here. So we've got a MiG, we got a Lightning, a British Lightning, not the F-35. And then we have that Crusader, but it hasn't popped back up, so I have a feeling it's way, way back somewhere over Greece yet. Yeah, I don't, well, we'll worry about that later. We should be getting a pop up there on that Crusader. The Doormans are doormaning in nicely. All right, we are going to have Thunderlips and Slam Jam leading the way, heading in on the Chol. With White Glove and sponsored by Vitamin Water shortly behind. Full tank of gas on that as well. Still don't get a good fix on that thing. The Russian jamming appears to be particularly good. Once they get closer, they should get a good... what do they carry for a sensor pod? We got the Seeker and Eyeball in the radar. They haven't been fired at, so I'm not going to go radar active on. Well, no, I believe I do have to go radar active on the Eagles. Let's see if that does anything for us. I don't know if that's a ground-looking radar or not. It doesn't appear that it is. We didn't get any better of a fix. Windmill is still windmilling a boat. Our Doormans are going to be in range in a moment. Still no contact. Oh, we lost both the Foxbat and the Lightning somewhere over the high heel of Italy. Huh. Okay. We will zoom back in. We should have weapons release. All right. Wow. 46 knots on that Chol. That thing is fast. Can you imagine a boat 46 knots? And we have got weapons away. The Chol is evading. We have two GBU 15s, 2,000 pounds apiece. Going in. Bombs going in. This thing now up to 55 knots. It is trying to evade something fierce. Let's slow down and just savor that moment. Oh, it is firing. What does it have here? A 76 millimeter, 62 Super Rapido, high explosive burst. Miss, miss, miss. Miss, miss. Oh, and it is gone. All right, that is our naval surface threat with a pair more GBU 15s right behind it. Going to blow up in the water. At that, Thunderlips and Slam Jam and White Glove and sponsored by Vitamin Water are making their way back home. Yeah, that thing is super duper dead. And Whale and Psychosocial are still hanging out with the exosets, doing its exoset thing. So at the moment, that leaves us with a couple of big bombs going to blow up in the water. A bunch of Russians doing an electronic warfare exercise. Our tornadoes are headed home. A single Griffin is headed home. We've got a Crusader. And at that, I'm going to take up time compression so we can get our ships pirating because they pirate. And ships are slow. Really, really slow. New bogey. What do we got? That's our groundmaster. Okay, there's that crusader. Way, way behind the other ones. Yeah, the sponsored by Vitamin Water. That will be hilarious. YouTube will demonetize. I'm not even monetized anyways. Yeah, let them demonetize it. It's sued by Coke or something. Okay, yeah, picked it up as a recon aircraft. That is gotta be our Crusader. 520 knots, he gained a little bit of speed. Make sure I don't miss anything else here. Yeah, that's our Crusader. Oh, okay. What do we got here? The frigates have begun to secure the barges. Teams of steely-eyed boarders leap across and quickly overpower the Rome armed defenders. But through it all, the local response force is bearing down. All right, we have got our first contacts coming out of the city proper. Missile artillery is leading the way to begin with. Let's see who we have assigned to this area that has... Do we have any tornadoes left? Nope. All right. Who do we task to kill that? Wanderer, a little too far away. Ground beef. Ground beef. You just got assigned. Go kill that thing. Let's go see what it is. Contact report says coastal surveillance. Oh dear. This is a surface-to-surface missile battery carrying exosets. It is moving at 30 knots, tearing ass through the city, right towards our tugs. Oh dear. Yeah, it'll be fragile as hell as long as we can kill it in time. Let's wait till that thing launches an exoset and hits one of our Doormans. All right, we've got an F-117. Ground beef. Running some paveways. 1,000 pounds of bombs. All right. Taking her up. Yeah, we got a gunner on it. Oh, let's see. What do we have? Meteors. Mazda, Blue Tech, refueling. Wait a second. These things. Okay, we got no guns on our Grippins. McGibby and Hateball. All right, we do have guns on... Yeah, they don't have guns. It's not that we've ever really needed them before. Let's try to task one of our Eagles. Signed a mission, Foeman. We are going to take Foeman. Mission Doctrine, Strafing Gun, yes. All right. McGibby and Hateball. Is engaged offensive. We are about to have a gun run with an F-15. I think our old Grippins had guns. He is losing altitude fast, gaining speed 520 knots. I think it'd be a lot lower than that to fire. 16,000, 15,000. Real time here, 13, 12. McGibby and Hateball is bearing down. Got a handful of shots on this 20 millimeter. Will it be enough? 7,000 feet. 6,000, 5,000. This is like straight up dive bomber. Oh, and we have got firing. We've got new contacts. Oh dear. There is something accompanying. What do we have? Okay. McGibby and Hateball. We've got BRDMs. Pair of BRDMs with it. McGibby and Hateball is spinning around for another gun run. It looks like a miss. What do we have coming in? We should have. Yeah, we've got ground beef is moving in. Attack speed. McGibby and Hateball is 9 more salvos that he can launch. Yeah, this is a pretty standard rapid response force. Nothing too unusual here. Old BRDMs. But that Exoset launcher, that's something new. We've never seen one of those before. All right, McGibby and Hateball, round 2. Let's see how they do. They are 400 feet above ground level. Right over the Strata Democracy. Street of Democracy. How nice. I won't try to pronounce the other ones. Going in. All right, let's see if the shooting gets any better this time. McGibby and Hateball gaining speed. Firing. Oh, BRDM down. Shot the wrong thing, but that's okay. He killed something. This is going to get close. Oh, yeah, I forgot we do have floggers, don't we? He's got all excited there. Oh, we got a tornado refueling, too. Yeah, let me, we got Kafir, F-117. I think they might have ran out of gas. Oh, yeah, they did. They're running out of gas. Yeah, the MiG-27s are headed home. Yeah, we got the Kafirs, but I figured we'd send the F-117 first. Guess I could shoot with one of the Kafirs as well. If I can find it. Blue shift, assigned a mission. Oh man, alright, he's probably gonna launch a spice here in a moment. Well, as soon as he gets in range. Ground beef is still ground beefing his way in. He is up to military speed. Blue shift, afterburner, 920 knots. Okay, McGibby and Hateball is going in for another strafing run. We're seeing some fishing boats. We found a crude carrier, really big one. No, we're not going to shoot it. Not yet. Okay, McGibby and Hateball is bearing down. We got the Exoset carrier and a BRDM. Going in. Going in. And firing. Oh, what do we have? It hit something. Yep. Oh, we got some medium damage. Don't know much more than that. That's got to be worth something. 76% penetration on a truck with some missiles on the back. Hopefully our Doormans can... I didn't look to see what time they arrived at, but we got to be getting close. Let's go look and see how the next gun run is looking. McGibby and Hateball going in now. We could, but I don't want to throw them in just yet. He's still got a few more passes, and this thing's got a way before it'll reach the shore. I don't think we got to worry just yet. Unless he keeps missing, we'll deal with that. Oh, we have a malfunction. Wow, our Vulcan malfunctioned. That's terrible. I don't even know what to say about that. Will it fix itself? Now he's going in for another run. Wow. Huh. Well, guess we'll see what happens. See if it'll like unjam itself or whatever. Somebody stuck a beer can in that thing instead of a 20mm round. All right, Vulcan going in again for another run. Let's see what we got. They missed. Okay. Let's see how our F-117 is looking. Ground beef is looking better. I do believe Blue Shift is going to arrive first. Yeah, this is still looking pretty good. I mean, this thing's got a ways. Anyways, it's all beat up. Gibby and Hateball has 5 more chances to miss. Yeah, these guys really do suck. Oh, and he's going to get gas. God forbid. Oh, yeah. The bad people are coming with missiles, and it's going to get gas. That's okay. Well, we're going to assign White Glove and sponsored by Vitamin Water. Yeah, no, we won't. Hey, we're already RTB. Got to unassign. Yeah, we'll try that. Yeah, we'll see what sponsored by Vitamin Water can do here. Now that the now that he went to go get gas. Still, Blue Shift and Ground Beef are going to be there in time. They're just going to smoke this thing. But gun runs are fun to watch. Bandit and Survivor are still doing their thing. Oh yeah, he's losing altitude, 4,000 feet, gaining speed, going in like a pro. 10 shots, he's not even out of gas yet. Take up time compression a little bit more. Come on now. We got weapons release markers. I think he missed. I didn't think he shot. I think he just kind of grazed them. Just kind of fuzzed right over the top. Oh yeah, we got a spice away. We got 2 spice. Ground beef is still moving in with the paved ways. White Glove is giving it the White Glove treatment. I do believe we're going to extrapolate it and say the Doormans are busy supporting the transfer of the tugs. unable to fire. Oh, and the other BRDM is lost. That leaves us with a medium damaged exocet launcher with 2 spices and an F-117 inbound. These spices are moving quite slow. But the surface missile battery is approaching the coastline. This could get interesting. I don't know if he's going to be too tight for another run. Yeah. Ablative BRDMs, something like that. Oh, and it's too tight of a turn. Yep, them spice are faster than ground beef, not by much. He's going to be launching as quickly as he can. No afterburner on that slow thing. Yeah, the spice, it's hard to say what it could hit. Hopefully it hits what it's supposed to. All right, gun run going in. White glove. 80 feet above sea level. Penetration. Heavy damage. I don't know how much damage it'll take to not fire. Yes, it is driving through the water. Just ignore that. Just a picture, okay? All right, ground beef with the paveways. Oh, we got another run going in. 2 trucks out of 4. White glove. Still engaged offensive. In the spice. Yes, white knuckle indeed. Can he do the final gun run? No, he missed by 17 feet. Once it gets out to the end of that pier, I think we're going to have problems. All right, let's see if the spice is smart enough to not blow up somewhere other than when it's supposed to. But this is all train yard right here. Surface to surface missile battery. Nope. Spice just blew up train yard. Yep. Oh! And the other spice knocked it out. It took care of it. We had 1 spice go wide, and it landed in a field. No zoos or aquariums. The other spice knocked it out on the way out to the end of the pier. And we have a paveway that's also going to land on a pier as well. That's okay. All right, we're going to take up time compression a little bit here till we see something naughty pop up. A lot of people going for fuel. Crusader has been lost. All right, I am going to drop the strafing. Otherwise, it'll keep yelling at me. All right, power thighs, level 1 fire. I think he landed, though. Blue shaft, yeah. Power thighs should be on. Oh, no. Oh, there's power thighs. Power thighs has a fire. He must have got it out right away, though. All right, so our MiG-27 suffered a fire, but I think it was, oh yeah, he had a minor fire, but he must have extinguished it. Either that or it's not appearing. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. It's only a 3D printed plane. Unless it gets worse. That's a lawn dart. All right, Whale Psychosocial is vectoring in on that very slow skunk. Still jammed. Fishing boat. All right, it says after 30 minutes, the tugs have been secured to the barges and will begin to pull the massive supercomputers out to sea. And supercomputer number 1 and supercomputer number 2. We are going to group them up with the Doormans and head for international waters. All right, our Griffins and Eagles are headed back. What happened there? And for whatever reason, my patrol area is stretching oddly. Okay. Yeah, I must have one grabbed onto them and it's stretching it all up. That's okay. Let's see, we've got aircraft floating about with the Russians. The oddball planes are all gone. For the moment, we have the skies to ourselves. We have a very healthy cap covering the supercomputers. We've got a nice ground backup over here. And we've got bogeys. Where do we have bogeys? Coming out of Krasnodar. More flankers. At the same time, we've got a pair of flankers departing. It looks like this is the reinforcements for our Russians on parade. Yeah, they are still bouncing back and forth. Yeah, I wish I knew what... I must have the prosecution areas set up on full man. Yep, that's what it was. Okay, so we got flankers coming in on support of the jammers, IL-22 PPs, which I don't have a photo of. Beyond that, we've got bogeys. Right. We've got bogeys coming out of Mihail Kogalciano. Last we saw, we had Fulcrums and MiG-21s. And we've got MiG-29s, pair of MiG-29s coming up. And just to make sure that somebody... Okay, Meteor is away. 2 Meteors. Yep. Yes, they probably are quite drunk because they've been cleaning up all that schmoes on the runway. We've got more MiG-29s. Trying to gain some altitude, and I imagine dodging in a moment as well. I have a feeling these guys are going to have a bad day. Yeah, we've got more Meteors heading in. 1, 2, 3. Should have a 4th Meteor somewhere. Yep, there it is. 4 Meteors going in. Shortly behind that, we have a bunch of more bogeys. Got all of our Eagles as backup as well. 2 missiles going active. Miss. Miss. We now have Sparrows. One Sparrow. More meteors. We got a bunch of Sparrows going. And the MiG-21s are in the air. All right, let's see if these meteors are any more talented than the other ones. Meteor is active. Meteor is active. Miss. Oh, we have got missile contact, which means we are now to go MCON hot across the board. Everybody is radar loud. All right, meteor was spoofed. We are going in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 meteors. One Sparrow. We've got one missile. Looks like it came out of one of the MiG-21s. No surprise there. And meteor missed. Got another missile off from that MiG-21. And what do we got? All right, we got one MiG-21 down. Second MiG-21 is clear. We're getting intermittent contact on our missiles. MiG-29 spoofed. All right, Illustrious Shen is vectoring in. Oh, Bandit and Survivor. Oh, Bandit Survivor have been taken out by a AA-12 adder fired by that MiG-21. We are down one F-15. Oh, Ground Beef exfiltrating from his strike has been taken out by a MiG-29. We have got Sparrows in the air. The lone MiG-21 just launched a pair of birds at Astor and Illustrious Shen. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 MiG-29s. Phantom and Wedge Cree, we are getting you to boogie. We've got meteors back, and Fungus was getting gas. He launched all of his meteors as well. We've got 1, 2 meteors going in. Ooh, is they gonna hit? Sparrow going up towards that MiG-21. MiG-29 is about to... Oh, meteor missed. Not a good day for the meteors. And another miss on the meteor. This is getting ridiculous. Astor and Illustrious Shen is evading. And oh, Astor and Illustrious Shen is down. Structural damage. All right, we've got meteor going in on the near one. MiG-21's got a Sparrow going in. Oh, and we have another miss on the meteor. This is not a good day to be selling meteors. And another miss on the meteor. This is getting a rather intense. We've got a meteor going to engage the MiG-29 that's closing in. This appears this all happened while we had a bunch of aircraft hanging out. Phantom and Wedge Cree down in the tornado. All right, we have a MiG-29 taken out by the Sea Sparrow. And we have got McGibby and Hateball launching Sparrows. We got meteors going in. And yeah, it looks like that MiG-29 is making his way for McGibby and Hateball. He is guiding the... Oh, and it's a miss. Wow, today is not a good day for our missiles. Oh, and we got a MiG-29 down, McGibby and Hateball, good shooting. We've got a MiG-21 that is still active. About to eat a missile in a moment here. MiG-29 Fulcrum just dodged. Wow. We cannot hit anything. This is getting kind of ridiculous. Oh, and finally, MiG-29 down. We've got 2 Sparrows heading in on the MiG-29. The MiG-21 is gonna got a single Sparrow headed its way. We have a miss on that Sparrow and a second miss. New Sparrow moving in. Gives us a MiG-21 and a MiG-29. And MiG-29 is down. MiG-21 evaded. Wow. McGibby and Hateball is going to be moving back into range in a moment. We have another Sparrow headed in on the fish bed. He is right on the deck, 80 foot above sea level, 430 knots, trying to move away. Doormans in the tug are holding tight. This is the last hostile bird in the air, and it has been a deadly one. Come on, Sparrow. Going in, and... Oh, finally! That is the last MiG-21. That is the end of the hostiles in the air. Am I forgetting anything? No. Wow, that is... I cannot believe how many missiles that did nothing. That just completely and totally missed. That is just crazy. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. Our meteors just missed left and right. I don't know if it was the jammers. That was intense. Let's see. Comm device and power thighs MiG-27. Not worried about it. And we are almost to the international water line. Yep, supercomputers are looking okay. Yeah, I just don't think it was a good day for us with the meteors. I mean, that was pretty wild. We're getting further out to sea here, and it looks like that jamming's getting a little bit worse. All right. And let's see, at the moment we are 59, 60 nautical miles. All right, and at that, we are going to consider the vessels now clearly in international waters, and the escort mission is a success. Wow. Our missile budget, we'll have to find somebody new to make the meteors because they kind of sucked where they were at. So we lost 1 Tornado, 2 F-15 Eagles, and a single F-117. I'll have to go back and see, but I believe I assigned the F-117 to the Foeman mission. And that should have been returning to base as he launched all of his ordnance. Oh, and actually some of our Griffins were on their way back with a full run of meteors. But I'll have to take a look and see what happened there. I just think he was on his way back. But yeah, that was... yeah, I'll have to look. I'm fairly sure. I mean, they don't have guns on them, do they? I don't think it was waiting for a gun run. Yeah, because we turned off the gun run at that point. So it might have just been on its way back, slowly. All right, let's see what else. We expended 10 20-millimeter Vulcan burst, 21 AIM-7 Sparrows, 9 alarms, 34 brimstones, 41 meteors. That's impressive. And they lost, let's see, a pair of MiG-21s, a dozen MiG-27s, and a dozen MiG-29s. Wow. But through it all, it's pretty amazing. Them last birds, we diced up the first ones and we really lost it on the earlier ones. Oh, did it only fire? Oh, he might have been. Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh well, shit happens. All right. Well, with that, Hired Goons, I'm going to get this doing its thing and wrapped up, and hopefully we can, I'll get it uploaded this evening, and we can move ahead. But things got interesting. We saw some rather unique aircraft flying from Greece to Italy. We saw a bunch of Russians step in to shit in our Cheerios. But overall, I think it went pretty good. Mission accomplished. The employer shall be pleased. All right, back to you, Hired Goons. You guys have yourself a great evening, and everyone give Dav and Valkyrie a pat on the back for a very successful, if not terrifying mission. But all right, back to you, Hired Goons.